I've thought about it, and I think I know where I want to go, but there's one last thing I want to check first. So we need to get... We're looking for 34 and 36, but it's worth noting, what are the... we should look into what the nature of the prerequisites we already have are. Being 72 and 76. Because... we go... I bet it's going to be the you get infected by Gi and the one where we share a kiss with Haruko in the end of the world. I bet it's those two. Let me just verify though. So 76, that would be after stay and fight. As opposed to get in the body. Yep, that is where we get infected by Gi. 72. Slash root. Go after Nozomi. Okay. So exactly the ones I thought it was. So the Gi arc seems really important. So I wonder if the other two might be Gi related as well. Possibly. I don't think it's going to be in the comedy route. I honestly don't. Also think my neighbors are vacuuming right now. Hopefully that's not coming through the stream too much. Reveal the secret. Or leave the school. We have Haruko's words about both of these events. When at some point when she mentioned that she was one who wrote the leave the school message, she said something horrible happened in the timeline where we didn't. That could be the Gi. That could be the Gi. And she did say that she thinks keeping my secret to myself was the right choice. I think you go leave the school. I think you go with this one. I think that's the play here. I think it seems a little more likely to be more directly tied to the Gi arc. And quite frankly, it's very possible we might need to do both of these, right? It might be that this is where 34 and 36 are, and this is where the Lock 3 is, or vice versa, but I think for now we go here. Do we got start of day here on day 4? Do we, It's been a while. I guess we will. Day 4.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 4th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
Okay. In the morning, I skipped going to the cafeteria and went back there instead. Somebody else had got there before me. Haruko, eh? How fortuitous, given recent... Is recent even the right word? Parallel events? I don't know. Haruko. Good morning. Did you eat breakfast? No, not yet. I'm not hungry. I could maybe go for a frog, though.
Oh.
A frog?
Huh?
Forget that. What are you doing here? After a moment of silence, Haruko answered. Probably for the same reason you are. I want to see the results of the restoration. Sirai's not here. Does that mean he's done? Only one way to find out. Haruko approached the body. She stopped in front of it and quietly pulled back the sheet covering it his body.
Looks like it's done. At the very least, he's not a burnt pretzel anymore.
I felt vaguely relieved seeing him. And of course, I hadn't forgiven him for what he'd done to us last time. But I felt some guilt at bringing him to such an undignified end. Now that his body was back to the way it used to be, the painful mass of emotions within me eased a little.
It feels wrong to bury him in the dirt after all this effort to get him so pristine.
You say that.
Why don't we leave him like this for a little longer?
I say we should burn him, honestly. I remember the zombies. Haruko covered him with the sheet once more. No sooner had she finished than Gaku came barreling into the room. There you guys are! We found something messed up! Come look! Messed up? Just hurry! You'll see for yourself! Haruko and I practically flew down the stairs as we followed Gaku to the classroom on the first floor, dashing inside upon our arrival. What is this? Spray paint. Someone sprayed a message on the digital blackboard. I looked at the message. Leave the school now or I'll kill you all. I was the first one to find it. I finished breakfast early and was wandering around the school when I saw this. Then you came back to the cafeteria and told us about it.
Huh?
We all came running to see for ourselves. But who would pull some kind of dumb prank like this? Prank? I said what I said. Who would take this shit seriously? Looks like some snot-nosed kid wrote it. I believe it, though. It's way more interesting that way. I saw a killing aim in the air. Whether it's serious or not, we do know it's not the work of an invader. The alarm would have gone off if one of them tried to get in here. They don't know our language on top of that. I doubt it could have been one of them. What if it was Ito? Maybe the restoration brought him back like a zombie. Zombies, there's like to be zombies. Don't be ridiculous. I don't think that's possible. His appearance may have been restored, but his cryptoglobin is gone. And besides, we just saw him. He definitely wasn't breathing. So that means the person behind this thread is in the room with us now? Everybody glanced around, trying to see what everyone else was thinking. Their eyes were filled with distrust and unease. Wait, but hold on. There's one other person it could be, right? Everyone seemed to have an idea of what I was getting at.
Aha!
That's right, Sirei! I definitely wouldn't put it past him. But why would he write a threatening message like this? We can figure that out later. For now, we need to find him. And so began the hunt for Sirei. We found him only seconds later. It turned out he was very close to the classroom.
No!
Siri?
What the hell?
You're kidding!
Why? How could this happen to him?
Yeah, it feels weird though. We've picked this route, not because we think it's like because on the original playthrough of this game and even subsequent ones, right, we've been picking routes and paths that we think like, okay, this will probably lead to a decent outcome. Hasn't really worked out that way most of the time, but like we've been trying. Now it's just about pure curiosity. I'm here not because I think it's gonna end well, but because I know it ends poorly. But I need to see how it ends, specifically, to sate my curiosity. Everyone was deeply disturbed, but the shock I felt went far beyond theirs. After all, I'd seen this very scene before, the last time I went through this. Back then Ito had been responsible for it, but Ito didn't exist in this world any longer. I'd killed him myself 2 days earlier. And yet the same thing was happening all over again. The whole reason I fought Ito in the first place was to prevent this. So how? Why? We returned to the classroom in a daze. Everyone stood around in silence for some time. Their eyes were cast downward, expressions grave. Finally, Gaku broke the silence. Takamaru, do you still think this is all a prank? But if this isn't a prank, then it's just not fair. They didn't even give us the chance to leave. Maybe it means the kill you all part will start as soon as we see the message? Still, it's not right. It's highly probable that Sirei was destroyed before we woke up. Somebody would have noticed otherwise. That means it happened before Gaku found the message? So one of us had to die before we even knew we were being threatened? How utterly unreasonable. In movies, terrorists always set off a small-scale explosion, then claim responsibility, right? Once everyone knows it's not a prank, they announce that they're going to carry out another crime. Jeremy had a point. It was possible the culprit did this to Sirei to show they were serious. In that case, we'd be fine so long as we did what they demanded. Temporarily leaving the school and seeing what happened before returning would be the safest option. But there was no guarantee that the person who read the message was the same person who destroyed Sirei. In fact, I know for a fact that it wasn't. I killed Sirei and Haruko wrote the message. You know, the more we play this game, the more I'm realizing, wait a minute, maybe Nozomi isn't the main girl. Maybe it's Haruko. I don't know. She seems like way more important from a plot perspective these days. Ever since time travel started becoming a major thing. It wasn't out of the question that the message really was just a prank. But even if it was, we'd still have to deal with the threat of whoever destroyed Sirei still being nearby. Very nearby. For now, I need to figure out if we listen to the message or not. Do we leave the school, or do we ignore it and stay? It's up to me to decide. I'm going to be very curious to see Haruko's reaction here. Because she wrote the message. What is she trying to save us from? And will she be straight with us if we don't leave? We will not leave the school. We will stand our ground like men! Despite the fact I think our unit is mostly women, but whatever.
Hey guys, listen. We can't listen to the message.
Why? The enemy could attack any day now. We can't just leave this place unprotected. Hey, didn't you come back from the future? That means you should know exactly when the enemy will attack, right? So when's the next attack? The next one is 3 days from now on day 7. And what's the big deal with leaving this place empty until then? It's just a matter of going outside the wall of fire and coming back in 3 days, right? Yeah. We'll be technically complying with what that message says, and the culprit wouldn't see a need to follow through with their threats. The next attack being 3 days away is what I remember from last time. But there's no guarantee the enemy will act in the same way this time. Because you may have already changed the course of history by coming back to the past. Is that what you're trying to say? I nodded. There is another thing to consider. Can you really trust the culprit to keep their word and leave the academy alone while we're gone? We're talking about someone who did something that vicious to Sirei before we even saw the message. There's no way a person like that's ever going to keep their word. Ergo, this has to be a trap. I got no clue who that could be. All thing we can figure is that they're an invader trying to nab the baby in the defense room while we're gone. You just said you thought it was a prank. Shut up! Things are different now that Sirei's been wrecked. I personally think we should just ignore that message. Now launch the culprit into slaughter mode, right? Now that's the kind of show I'd pay through the nose to watch. My sad excuse of an existence will surely be the first to be eliminated. Oh, I'm all for the idea, of course. After all, even the tiniest bacteria has more worth than an atomized speck of fractional dust like me. So we take a head count. There are 6 of us who want to stay. Takumi, Takamaru, Darumi, Shuma, and the Tsukima twins. If we're going to have a majority vote, those who want to remain have already won, right? Seriously, are you all out of your minds? You stopped me from going out there yourself. Outside the wall of fire?
Huh?
I dare say that's what the culprit's really aiming for.
Hmm.
Once I manage to isolate someone, the real fun begins. Gaku started shaking like a leaf. Alright, fine. Just don't say I didn't warn you. In the end, we decided to ignore the message and remain at the academy. Nobody knew how the culprit would react. Just in case, we decided that everyone would move together as a unit during the day as a safety measure. As we did, the sun soon set and night approached.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
What? I guess the announcements must be pre-recorded, huh? Yes, Sarah told me about them earlier. Nothing happened in the end. Whoever wrote that message was just bluffing. Can you make up your mind? Do you want us to take the message seriously or not? Right now, no. The situation's changed. So I'm gonna go back to my room to hit the sack. Whoa. You just willingly trigger your own death flags? I ain't got time for this. We ain't in some freaking game or movie. But there's no denying that the person who destroyed Sarah is still around. Yes, hiding somewhere in the school. Or it's also possible they're hiding somewhere among us. Everett abruptly stopped what they were doing after Herko's statement. They all glanced around, scrutinizing each other nervously. You see how it is, say for us to all just sleep in our own rooms then. Well, at least that room's locked, so we don't have to worry about anyone killing him while we sleep. Eriko was only mentioning that as a possibility. I refuse to believe the culprit could be one of us.
Huh?
Let's not start suspecting each other. We'd be playing directly into the culprit's hands. Told you they were just bluffing with that message. Whoever's behind probably gets a kick out of seeing us running around like headless chickens, that's all. Hell, it's a Sarah's mangled remains. Sarah was tugged because he was a machine. Damaging a metal contraption is completely different from killing a flesh and blood person. Are you trying to say the culprit won't harm us because we're human? I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Anyway, I'm heading back to my room. Let's see its our rings. Takamura and Darumi left after that, followed by Emma and Kako. As long as we're together, no one can hurt us. I feel pretty uneasy about this whole situation. They held hands and left the cafeteria together. Good night, everyone. Sorry, my body's so poorly formed, it can't fall asleep without a bed. Tsubasa and Shima both said they didn't think the culprit could be among us, but as I watched them leave, it occurred to me they probably had their suspicions. Haruka, Gaku, and I were the only ones left in the cafeteria. This is ridiculous. Why can't everyone see the best way to stay safe is to stick together? Everyone's already gone, though. Except for the three of us. If the two of you are working together, I'd probably be assaulted tonight. Are you inviting us to Gaku? Firstly, dude, really? Come on, man. And then secondly, she'd kill you. Of course I'm not. Get your mind out of the gutter. Right, on the other hand, I'd be the one in hot soup if you two are the ones behind this. We're not, but I have no way of proving that. Well, actually, from a certain perspective. I guess going back to our rooms to rest really is the only thing we can do now. Indeed, casting aspersions at each other here won't help us sleep any better. Oh, fine, I'll go too, but only because there's no other choice. And so we all went back to our rooms to turn in for the night. I tossed and turned relentlessly on my bed. My eyes were closed, but sleep kept evading me.
Huh?
Who wrote that message and destroyed Sire? Is the culprit really one of us? No, there's no way. That means the culprit's still hiding somewhere in the school. They couldn't have escaped outside the wall of fire after destroying Syria and writing that message.
Huh?
Hang on. Are we sure the person who wrote the message and the person who destroyed Syria are one and the same? We just automatically assumed so, but there's no indication that they are. If it wasn't the same person, then we're actually up against two different people. How did things end up like this? I ruffled my hair violently while curling up on my bed. Midnight was just around the corner. Soon it would be day 5. Day 5. It's 12:55 a.m. It hasn't even been an hour since the new day began. Who would be... Who's ringing my doorbell at this hour? A visitor? At this time? Thinking it might be the culprit, I was unnerved, until I realized this would give me a great chance to capture them. It could very well be someone asking for help, too. Whoever it was, I had no reason to ignore them. Let's do this! Gathering my wits, I opened my room door cautiously. I looked around before stepping out. Really? Oh, come on. I got ding-dong ditched? Really? Real mature, guys, real mature. There's nobody to be seen anywhere.
Huh?
Was it a prank? Or a hallucination? Just as I turned around to go back into the room... Okay, a sharp pain exploded at the back of my head, quickly rendering me unconscious. Oh, what have I done?
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 5th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
What? Okay, so I walked outside, got hit in the back of the head, and woke up back in my room. Huh? When I next came to, I realized I was on my bed, even though I'd lost consciousness outside my room last night. Was that a dream? Was I just half asleep? I touched the back of my neck as those thoughts ran through my mind. A dull, aching pain greeted me. It wasn't a dream. I stepped outside last night and someone jumped on me from above. They'd probably been hiding on the rooftop. They punched or kicked me, I'm not sure which one, on the back of my head. But who and why? Was it the person who wrote that message and destroyed Syria? In that case, why am I still alive? And they even went out of their way to move me back to my bed. Could it have been Haruko checking me for the parasites? Just then, the door slammed violently open and Tsubasa ran inside. Takumi, it's Gaku. Gaku's. What happened? Just go to the classroom on the first floor, quickly, the same room we found the message in. I'll go let the others know. Oh no, is he dead? I ran downstairs so quickly I thought I might trip and fall. Getting to the classroom was the only thing on my mind. Soon the classroom came within view. I dashed inside and what greeted me was... Ugh.
What is this?
Been a while since we've been in this mode. Geez, it's day 5. I could hear the others entering the classroom behind me.
No!
Lots of... Looks like he was stabbed to death. But like... A whole bunch. A whole bunch of stab wounds.
What the hell?
Mr. Monaco.
Why? Gaku? Hey, Gaku! Cut it out! This isn't funny at all! Open your eyes, man! Wake up! I said wake up, Gaku!
I think he's dead. Doremi kept shaking Gaku's shoulders. He didn't respond. So she started shaking him harder. Haruko slowly put her arms around Doremi and gently pulled her away.
Hey, why don't we just use the Revive-O-Matic?
Right. If we move Gaku to the infirmary, we can...
It won't work. The Revive-O-Matic can only revive a person who only just died. That's what it says in the manual.
Good thing you read the manual.
Can you define just? It doesn't give a specific number, but definitely not 3 hours.
How do we know it's been 3 hours?
3 hours?
You can tell by the dry and discolored blood. It's been at least 3 hours since he was killed.
Okay, Kako, you're an expert in this, apparently.
And besides, look at the amount of blood he's lost. You know how the Revive-O-Matic works. You need to have cryptoglobin in your body.
But we couldn't just give up without doing anything. We moved Gaku's body to the infirmary, put him in a corpse recovery drone, and placed him in the Revive-O-Matic. However... Unfortunately, Kako was right. The Revive-O-Matic's analysis monitor was located at the back of the device. We all looked at the information together. Cause of death, hemorrhagic shock, estimated time of death, day 5, between 1 and 4 a.m. There's a lot more details than we normally get. Multiple stab wounds on chest and abdomen. Murder weapon is likely a sharp blade about 1 foot long. Too much time has passed since death. Insufficient cryptoglobin present in body. Impossible to revive. Doesn't something seem off to you guys? Why didn't that corpse recovery drone do its job earlier? You're right. If the drone had flown over to collect Gaku's body the moment he died, this wouldn't have happened. Upon hearing that, Tsubasa sprang into action. She went back to the analysis monitor. After fiddling with the terminal for a while, she took several steps back in shock. The drone itself is working correctly, but someone has overwritten the program that controls it. What? The code is too difficult to hack even for me? There's no way we can restore the original programming now. The new settings say that the drone is activated if an SDU member dies outside of a defensive battle. You can't be serious. Who would do such a thing? Do you even need to ask? It's always the same person who killed Gaku. Silence filled the air, and nobody spoke for a while. Then Takamari mumbled something. Shit, this is all my fault. Kept insisting the culprit was bluffing. Gaku would have died if I believed him. I don't know about that. The same thing may have happened even if we had all slept together in the cafeteria last night. Or maybe things would have been worse. What do you mean? I'll explain later. Do I think I'm the killer in this timeline? I don't know. It's possible. When I was the killer in the other timeline. But just from a narrative perspective, it doesn't feel like I'd be the killer in multiple timelines. Anyway, a few hours later, we managed to regain our composure somewhat and started cleaning up the classroom. It just didn't seem right to leave all that blood on the floor. The other thing, too, this is a different modus operandi than the killer from the slasher route. Very different. So, inclined to believe that it's likely someone else, but well, I don't know. We also made sure to thoroughly check for possible clues that might lead us to the murder, while we cleaned. Ultimately, we came to the realization that the killer had left nothing behind. No footprints, no bodily fluids, not even a single strand of hair. Once we were done, we decided to take care of the message as well. The message that was the cause of everything. The mere sight of it nauseated me. We angrily and vigorously scrubbed the message with solvents until it disappeared, Tsubasa and Shuma crying as they worked. Before we knew it, the sun had already set and we were surrounded by darkness. Then we started on our next task. Transporting Gaku's dead body from the infirmary to the morgue. Huh? Hey, why are we moving his body here? Shouldn't we be giving him a dignified burial? The corpse is a silent witness who never lies. Burying it would mean losing valuable clues. That reminds me, you mentioned that you were trying to become a detective in my previous timeline. And then Emma said he was your brilliant, talented assistant or something. I said that. Yes. Now, do you believe I've traveled back in time? I'm not sure. That's not particularly convincing evidence. Am I right to assume you're interested in helping out with the investigation, Kako? Yes. Then share your observations with us, great detective. Who is the most likely suspect in your eyes? Wait, we need to figure things like this out step by step. She tapped a finger on her temple. First of all, Tsubasa was the first person to find the body, right? Yes, I woke up before the morning announcements. I went to the classroom on the first floor. This timeline seems to really be leaning into the murder mystery dynamic a lot more than the others, it seems. I was trying to see if we'd missed any clues that could have pointed us to the identity of the person who wrote the message. And then I found Gaku on the floor, like that. The question is, why did the killer murder him so brutally? He was stabbed multiple times in the chest and abdomen. If killing him had been the objective, they could have simply aimed directly for the heart. This number of stab wounds usually indicates some sort of powerful personal grudge. It feels more like anger than a grudge to me. The killer is the same person who wrote the message, right? And I got angry because we didn't follow their instructions. Or the fella's just trying to make an example out of someone. Thinking they could strike fear in our hearts by killing someone in the most visceral way possible. I think their objective was even simpler than that. Pray tell? To plead as much cryptoglobin out as possible, so that we couldn't possibly revive Gaku even if we found his body right away. That would mean the killer is very familiar with the Special Defense Unit's members and how our bodies work. In short, there's a very high probability that the killer is one of us. Everyone fell silent at that. But nobody seemed as shaken up as they were yesterday. As if they had already come to this conclusion deep inside. That's why back in the infirmary I said that things would have been worse. If we had all slept together in the cafeteria. Because the killer would have assassinated everyone in their sleep. Yes, after drugging us with the sleep medicine or something. That's unthinkable. It's just not possible. One of us is here is the killer? The alarm didn't sound. That means nobody has breached the Academy's defenses. Oh, and before you bring it up, no, Ito couldn't have done it either. Because... She walked to one of the dead bodies, stood in front of it, and promptly pulled off the sheet that was covering it.
See? He's not breathing and has no pulse. It's literally impossible for Ado to be the killer. Unless he somehow turned into a zombie.
Zombies, man. Don't be ridiculous. That's a good one, Gecko. Zombies.
Oh!
Everyone saw what Gaku estimates time of death of the rheumatic was. Yes, I think it was between 1 and 4 a.m. last night.
Huh.
I'm going to have to ask each and every one of you where you were and what you're doing at the time. I woke up at like 1 in the morning. No, no, no. I woke up at 1 in the morning. Ah! Everyone said they had been sleeping in their own rooms, other than Emma. Emma was... I was sleeping in my dear sister's room. Which means only my dear sister and I have valid alibis. The testimony of a sibling is unreliable. Yes, I was expecting you to say that. Wait, so none of us have proper alibis? Hang on, nobody's asked Takumi where he's been yet. Oh, right, what about you, Takumi? I mean, your answer is probably going to be the same. I hesitated for a moment. Telling the truth would make me seem questionable. But if it ever came to light that I lied this time, I'd definitely look suspicious then. So I decided to go ahead and tell everyone what happened to me last night at around 1 a.m. Say what? Someone came out of nowhere and knocked you out? And then you woke up to the sound of the morning announcement in your bed. Yes, more or less. The person who knocked me out had to be the killer. But why wouldn't they have just killed you? Why don't you tell us about this now? I couldn't find a good time to bring it up. Really? But so much time has already passed since we found Gaku's body. Everyone looked at me with suspicion in their eyes, causing my heart to beat faster. I'm telling the truth. Please believe me. So you say, but... that time-traveling thing has got to just be a big fat lie. Yes, you killed Ito for some reason, made up that tall tale in order to justify your actions. No! That would actually explain why Sarah was destroyed too. Sarah was the only one present when Ito was killed. He was the only one who knew the truth. When Sarah tried to blackmail Takumi using that incident, Takumi destroyed him in order to silence him.
Hey!
Why would I do that? What about the message? I was the first one to propose we stay in the academy. Besides, there's no reason for me to kill Gaku. Absolutely no reason at all. You're coming apart at the seams. Nobody said anything about you killing Mr. Maruko. You were all looking at me as if you thought I was the killer. Guys, come on. Let's be chill here. I spent hours trying to prove my innocence to the others, but there was nothing convincing I could use to clear my name. Takamaru, Darumi, Shuma, and the Tsukima twins were especially unwilling to give me any benefit of the doubt. Haruko, can you bail me out, maybe? Well then, sister dearest, let us fall asleep under the same roof again tonight. Yes, like I said before, it's more dangerous for everyone to be sleeping together. Sleeping with the person you trust the most is the best way to deal with this. Takamaru, please allow this worm to burrow in your room tonight. What are you saying? You're the person I trust the most. Or are you afraid that I may actually be the killer? Don't be stupid, you idiot. I just kill you right back. At least I'm staying in Mr. Sarika's room tonight. You can kill me anytime you please, my mistress. I'm sorry, but you're on your own. But why? You may end up killing me for all I know. Besides, I've already been reserved by someone else. Am I gonna be stuck with Darumi? Someone else? Are you staying with me tonight? No. The only option left is Takumi. Absolutely not. I'm not going to throw myself into the arms of a serial killer. I have standards on who gets to kill me, you know. Everyone retired to their chosen rooms after deciding on sleeping arrangements. I trudged my way back to my own room as well. I had just returned to my room when the doorbell rang. Again. It better not be that same prank again. The door swung open and in walked... Haruko Tsubasa. What's the matter?
Huh.
Just so we're clear, this doesn't mean we trust you or anything.
Huh?
What? You came all the way just to tell me that?
Tuh.
Let me finish. We don't trust you, but we see no reason to be completely suspicious of you either. Unlike the other 5. Okay. That's nice to hear. And...
Huh.
if what you've been saying is true, there's going to be an enemy attack in 2 days' time on day 7, right? According to what I've lived through, yes. When that happens, I intend to fight. But it's unlikely the other 5 will be willing to follow you. So you're saying there's a high chance they won't join the fight? Even to Takamaru and Darumi who fought on day 1? Tsubasa's trying to say she's willing to lend you a hand. I can't just sit back and let you and Haruko fight the invaders by yourselves. Besides, it's game over for us if we lose.
Oh.
A combat party of 3 isn't going to be strong enough. Which is why I'm thinking of calling in reinforcements. From where?
Huh.
You once mentioned a second-to-last defense academy that's being protected by 5 special defense unit members, right? I get it. You want to bring them here? It was inevitable that we would one day have to go to the second-to-last defense academy anyway. That academy was attacked on day 10 and Moko was killed. I'd been pushing it to the back of my mind because I thought we still had time. Not that we had any spare time to be thinking about going there at all. It did make sense to go over as soon as possible, so I agreed to Haruko and Tsubasa's plan. Are you both coming with me? Of course. Then we set off at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. 6? The campus is quite a distance from here, isn't it? Yeah. We should start early then. We also have to ensure we can make it back before the enemy attack on day 7. That's a good point. Well, that's settled then. We'll be taking our leave now. We'll go tell the others about this. Thank you. They nodded and left the room. There's just one thing bothering me. Was it really a good idea to leave 5 people behind in an academy with a serial killer on the loose? That said, I really did want to reach the second campus before Moko got killed on day 10. Since we needed reinforcements for the next defensive battle, going there tomorrow was indeed the best option we had. It wouldn't make sense for all of us to go anyway, and leaving just 2 or 3 to protect the school alone wouldn't be any better. In fact, it would be worse because that'd just make them easier targets for the killer. I concluded that the safest thing to do was to go there with Haruko and Tsubasa. I hope we can meet the team from the second academy tomorrow. Kyoshika, Moko, Kurara, Igamu, and Nozomi. The possibility of seeing them again did nothing to loosen the tight knot in my stomach. After all, a friend had just been violently murdered today. I couldn't get the sight of Gaku's mangled body out of my mind. Day 6. At 6 a.m., I went straight to the entrance hall where Haruko and Tsubasa were already waiting for me. You are 10 seconds late. 10 seconds? A split second of distraction can prove fatal in battle. You'll do well to remember that. Yes, ma'am. I might as well respond to Haruko while looking around. I didn't see anyone else.
Ah,
They're not even going to see us off, huh?
Uh,
I mean, they believe you're a serial killer, you know? Nothing I could do about that.
huh?
How did you break the news to them?
Oh.
I just told them plainly. I said we needed to bring in a second team to increase our combat power. And they didn't criticize you for daring to follow a serial killer there? They sure did, which is why I asked them nicely if they'd rather we left said serial killer behind with them. Suddenly letting just the three of us go became the best thing since sliced bread. Okay. We can chat later. Let's be on our way. Alright, here we go. We're a pretty good crew. Obviously prefer to have Nozomi on these sorts of missions, but... Look over there. That looks like a shortcut. Let's go check it out. We won't skip actually, because we could use the resources. Oh, network error? That's no good. I think we're back. Or are we? Hard to say. YouTube's definitely still going. What about Twitch? Okay, we're back. We're back. I think. Okay. Where are we going? One. You find a magic circle in some ancient ruins. It seems infused with mysterious power. Oh, we'll chant a spell. Oh, 10% chance for textiles. I mean, textiles aren't really what we need right now, but sure. You found a creepy straw effigy in some temple ruins. It exudes a discernibly malevolent aura. What goes with fire? Okay. I guess we can get some nice textiles. You find some graffiti. We're gonna figure out that code and get a large flag.
I'll take this.
You find an abandoned research lab. It looks like they studied mineral ore here. Let's get an item. We lost the flag when we got gold ore. Okay.
Yes!
That's a decent exchange. We continue. You find a lab with lots of books on the shelves. Which will you take? Are we gonna move the bookcase? We got a high temperature nuclear reactor.
I'll take this.
That seems pretty good. I guess we can go into combat. Okay.
I'm taking the wheel.
Oh, that's a 2 for 2.
Let's roll. Ready when you are. How's this? We did it! I'm taking the wheel.
Let's grab you guys.
Take this. Let's keep it up.
Time for battle.
I guess you can do this.
How's this? Now then, to business. Take this.
I'm good
Okay,
whenever.
I think we can get these guys in the... Yeah, there we go.
We did it!
Here we go! Take that!
Nice work, crew. Nice work.
I'll take this.
Ooh, a golden pumpkin. We found the remains of a giant robot. It might have some rare materials inside. We're gonna check that power reactor. The whole party took 10 damage? We're practically dead. Okay, don't dilly-dally. We need to be using sixes to get out of here as quickly as we can. Nearly there. Runaway dump truck suddenly hurtles toward you. What the heck? Jump out of the way? Blaster took damage. Okay, we did get a tire though, but okay.
We did it.
You see a desert oasis in the distance. You might be able to rest there. Head for that oasis. 3 HP. Alright. I just gotta survive one more battle. Just me and Haruka. This is a pretty tough one. Okay.
Hardly a challenge.
And Haruka can heal herself.
Out of my way. My turn. Die. How unsatisfying.
That guy needs to die.
Time for battle. Right here. Time to move.
Do this.
Out of my way.
It's a couple extra kills, which gives
Now
you
then,
extra power.
To business.
4. Ooh, okay. Just get an
Alright,
attack up, please.
Let's get. I'll put this to good use. My turn. Take this. Broken so soon. Ready whenever. All right.
Another
Let's get
agility
right
potion.
here. My turn.
Can we kill you with this? Oh, nearly.
All right. Let's get started. Die. How unsatisfying.
I've got this.
Okay, I mean, this is pretty good. If I take an attack
Ready when
potion,
you
I can
are.
get those in
Time to use it.
one.
Let's do this. Got it.
My
Okay.
turn.
Say when. There.
Alright, and Herko, could you finish them
Time
off,
for
please?
battle.
Can I finish them off, please?
Let's go. One last strike.
Okay. We're alive. I count that as a win. We finally arrived.
Oh.
So this is the place. Second to last Defense Academy. As we got closer, I saw her. Nozomi. My pulse started racing. My breathing got heavier. I felt an uncontrollable burning in my chest. Nozomi was alive. She was alive again, right here in front of me. Without thinking, I almost reached out to touch her. But I felt that impulse and pulled it back. Huh? Who are you guys? Words simply failed me. While I was still busy being incoherent, Nigao and the others showed up as well. Are you perhaps from Last Defense Academy? How did you know that? Your class armor. Is there something you guys needed? Yes, actually. After moving conversation to the cafeteria and introducing ourselves, we told everyone what had happened at Last Defense Academy. Obedito, the threatening message, Seer's destruction, all of it. Even about Gaku's murder and me traveling back in time. I also shared everything that had happened in the 100 days I had previously gone through. What greeted me at the end was silence. Nigao had stopped moving and had a dazed, distant look in his eyes. Seer's destruction must have been too much for him. None of the others from the Second Academy had anything to say either. They all stood frozen, mouths agape in astonishment. I see. Thanks for the massive info dump, I guess. I'm still trying to process everything, but I more or less get what you're trying to say. The long and short of the matter is that Last Defense Academy is currently in quite a bit of a pickle. Am I right to say that? Yeah. Then we have to go there right away. Since this place is just a decoy, there's no need for us to protect it anymore. The enemy will be attacking that academy tomorrow, right? Then we must hasten our steps. And get there by today. Thank you. We would greatly appreciate the backup. Nigao, is the school bus available? Hey, Nigao, can you hear me? Oh, yes, the bus is available. Great, we'll meet in the parking lot after everyone here is ready. Takumi, Haruko, and Tsubasa, you guys can go there first. It's at... Don't worry, I know where it is. I'm packed and ready to go. Onwards to Last Defense Academy. We all started walking towards the bus, except for Nigao, who hadn't moved from his spot at all. As soon as we noticed, we stopped walking. Something wrong, Nigao? I cannot go. What? I've been ordered to guard second to Last Defense Academy with my life. Therefore, I am unable to abandon it. Ordered by who? Your superior officer, the one who got destroyed. No, this order came from higher ups on the artificial satellites. No. Can't you defy them somehow? We all tried to talk Nigao out of staying, but he refused to abandon his post. We have no choice but to leave him behind. Curious, because in the other timeline, Haruko, just picks him up and goes, right? Why the change in attitude here? But...
Oh.
It's already night and we're running out of time. We have to go now. I will be just fine, everybody. You see, there is no commanding officer at Last Defense Academy right now. So if I open a dialogue with the higher-ups about this, they may reassign me there. Fine. Hurry up and do that dialogue thing with your superiors and come over as soon as you can understand. We'll be waiting for you over there. Thank you. Be careful. And so, we had to part ways with Nigao. After exchanging firm handshakes, we boarded the school bus. We decided to let Tsubasa drive as she had the most experience with vehicles. And then...
All right, let's go.
She floored the accelerator and the bus peeled off. We made our way toward the base. Last Defense Academy. A short while after setting off, I started a conversation with the 5 members of the Second Academy.
First of all, I'm grateful that you decided to come with us. Am I also right to assume that you believed what I said?
What you said?
About coming back from the future?
It's too much of a coincidence to be made up.
What is more, you possess knowledge about us that we have revealed to none but ourselves.
We believe you only because it makes sense to, not because we want to. I believe you, Takumi.
Thank you, everyone. You have no idea how glad this makes me. Because nobody in the other academy believes me at all.
Including those two over there?
Well, the five of them turned to stare at Hiroko and Tsubasa.
You don't believe him? Can you not see the pureness in his eyes? His very soul itself!
Thank you, Moko. Hiriko's over there thinking like, well, clearly I believe him. It's not that I believe him, actually. It's that I know for a fact he's telling the truth. But I have a facade to keep up, so I can't say that I believe him. And so I was like, well, I mean, when you put it that way, like, it seems kind of likely, but also like, I mean, future, like, he invented time travel, really? Not me, him? I kept looking at Hiroko and Tsubasa in plain and undisguised disgust. And that seems a bit far, guys. The two eventually caved under the weight of their collective stares.
Fine. I believe him.
What, you do? I guess I should too then.
Seriously, that's all it took? I held back from speaking my thoughts out loud. Their reasoning didn't matter as long as they believed me. With this, there are now more people who believe me than those who didn't. I have the majority. I wield the power of democracy. May God have mercy on everyone else's souls. It made me feel more at ease after going through those terrible things yesterday. As the bus kept rumbling on, the pleasant swaying sensation made me so drowsy I almost fell asleep. Eventually, the sight of the wall of fire slowly came into view through the windshield of the bus. Oh, Mr. Sergo, I'm so glad you're safe and sound. I'm so sure that Sergo would be coming back by himself. Thank goodness you're both okay.
Hey!
What about me? By the way, are those guys with you? Nameless NPCs. Hello there, my name is Nozomi Kirafuji.
No!
I am Moko Majuro, the apocalyptic maiden of destruction. Kyoshika Magadori, at your service. Bow your heads, peasants. I am Kurara Usuzuki, the great and powerful. And I'm Yugamu Umakage, teenage assassin, hopeless romantic, and all-around nice guy.
Hey!
They're neither nameless nor NPCs! They're totally trying to assert themselves as main characters. Oh, we should introduce ourselves, too. That's alright, we've already heard all about you on the bus. Well, that saves us a lot of time. What are we waiting for then? It's time to play some games where losers have to get their nails ripped off for shits and giggles. Wow, that sounds like my kind of fun. You two would be perfect for each other, honestly. I'm not playing. We have a battle coming up tomorrow. Now that the introductions are over, we should rest up until then. So you guys are really gonna fight together with us? You know it. It is the very reason we have come here. But why would you help us? Why do you even need to ask? It's because we all have the same ultimate goal in mind. Ultimate? Goal? From here on, we just protect the baby in the defense room until day 100, right? Then the missiles he's been charging up will be launched in all directions. All the invaders will be wiped out. And that'll be the end of the world death. But right before we shoot off in the escape pod to join back up with the rest of humanity on the artificial satellites. Or so we have heard from Sir Takumi. I see no reason to say no. We make it through these 100 days and everyone's stories end happily. We're with you all the way. The palpable excitement of the 5 members from the Second Academy stood in stark contrast to the solemn moods of those from this academy. What's the matter? They're just feeling awkward because they have no intention of joining us for tomorrow's defensive battle. Whereas you guys will be sent into the battlefield as their substitutes even though you're new here. Wait, why aren't you joining the fights? I'd explained on the way here they do not trust Takumi's leadership. Oh, that whole time traveling thing. It's just a part of it. Gaku's murder plays a bigger part right now. They all think Takumi did it. Excuse me, Sir Takumi is a killer? No, of course not. I didn't do it. Sir Takumi has spoken. What is your response? Ready to discuss this thing to death. Well, there's no proof yet. Proof of what? Proof of Takumi's innocence. Well, what the heck? I thought I was innocent until proven guilty. What sort of court system is this? Apprehending the real perpetrator is the best way to settle this. Well, maybe if you can do that. We went back to our rooms soon after our meeting to rest and recharge for tomorrow's defensive battle. As I flopped down onto the bed, I found myself whispering under my breath.
Huh?
The real perpetrator. That's right, I have to find and catch the real culprits. That was the only way I could regain the trust of those 5 and convince them to help with the battles ahead. It was also the quickest way. It was absolutely right. And there's another good reason. I want to avenge Gaku. He'd never be able to rest in peace if I let the perpetrator get away. But how would I figure out who the real culprit was? Unlike Gaku, I didn't have a detective bone in my body. I had a lot to think about. However, the trip to and from Second to Last Defense Academy had depleted all my energy. I was swallowed by the darkness of sleep before I could even think about my options.